just arrived in Istanbul. Currently trying to find our way to the metro and to get the metro to our hotel. It looks like we're going the right way, I think. Big signs for metro. Then hopefully we can get like a one-day ticket, and that'll take us to Sultanahmet, which is the area that we're staying. Find our hotel. Right, just got to try and work out where to go. So, where are we? We're at the airport. There we go. It's on the purple line. So we need to get from there, purple line all the way to, is that right? Gerekt. There's a Turkish flag, and we can see a mosque in the distance. The weather's not great today, but it is forecast to get quite a bit better. Alright, we're in some old bazaar now. Pretty busy. Just on the way to the hotel. Rana's got the directions on the phone. Gonna find our way now to Sultanahmet, in the middle of this mad bazaar in Istanbul. We think we're going in the right direction, hopefully. Rana's just changing some money, some American dollars into Turkish lira. Now we should get 43,250.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah, looking about right. Okay, we think we've got the right money, so let's crack on. And Ivana's just pointed out that we don't seem to be being murdered. We don't seem to be being harassed to buy stuff so far. So we are surrounded by mosques here. Where's that one? There's one behind me. And if I go the other way, let's have a look around. There is another one. And they are actually all over the place here in Istanbul. We're still on our trek to find the hotel. It's been a long way from the airport, getting the metro, and then walking from where we got off the metro, but we're not far away now, I hope. So we've found the hotel eventually, and this is our room. Very nice and bijou. It's well decorated, it's clean, and there's the bathroom. There we go. Pretty small, to be honest, but apart from that, it's very nice. Well, it's not really the weather for it because it's still January, and we're on the rooftop area now of our hotel. Very nice rooftop terrace. Then over there I can see the Bosphorus. I can't see the other side to it. Oh yeah, I can. We can see the city in the distance here. Weather's supposed to improve over the next couple of days, so we're going to get some better shots. Anyway, we're going to go and chill out for a bit and then go out later on. Maybe find somewhere to get a beer and something to eat. We have actually got a nice sunset in the distance, but it's blocked by those hotels. This is our hotel in the evening. We've been advised on somewhere to eat around the corner, and we're just on the way there now. So we're in Sultanahmet, and this is the area where our hotel is. And we've been recommended this restaurant called Marbella, which is literally just here on the corner. We looked at the menu online, looks good. Hope it lives up to it, we'll find out soon. Nastravi, cheers. We don't know what it is in Turkish yet, we'll have to ask the waiter. Cheers in Turkish. And we can hear the call to prayer, as usual, in Turkey. What is cheers in Turkish?
Cheers is şerefe.
Şerefe.
Yeah, like a little bit like shut up. Şerefe.
Şerefe.
Yes.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Şerefe. Perfect.
We'll remember that.
Thank you
Teşekkürler.
is teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim. But you can just say like teşekkürler. It's thanks.
Yeah,
Teşekkürler.
okay.
It's more easier and more useful in the day. It's better. Teşekkürler. Nasılsın? You can say hello, how are you? Merhaba, nasılsın?
Ooh, it's getting complicated now. Okay, my chicken casserole has arrived with some bread. It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Ivana's got, what have you got?
Tuna salad.
Tuna salad, yeah. It looks like it's hot.
Take care of your camera, please.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. I'll have to wait a bit. Finished. Clean plates all round. Marks out of 10.
10.
10? I'll give it 9. Maybe 10. So we've had our meal and we've been recommended a bar, a kind of Irish pub, by the lad who worked in the place. We've just been really friendly and just coming past the Blue Mosque now. Let's turn the camera around. There we go, that's the Blue Mosque. Gulhane Bazaar. Loads of bazaars in Istanbul. It's very quiet. Yeah. I imagine in summer it's pretty busy, but obviously in late January it's pretty quiet. So we're looking for a pub that the lad who served us in the restaurant before recommended, and he's contacted the fellow who works there, or the owner, and told him that we deserve a 20% discount. We have noticed that beer prices and even food is actually quite a bit more expensive than Prague. Apparently prices have gone up in Turkey a lot in the last few years, which we have noticed already. So let's see what it's like in this pub where we're going to. So we've had a long day today. We've travelled all the way from Prague to Istanbul. We've been out, had a few beers and stuff like that, and we're going back now, and we're going to leave this place. It is the most non-Irish bar. It's an Irish bar, but there's nothing Irish about it. Well, there's a bit of green stuff over there, I suppose. They're playing, is it Spanish kind of hip-hop or whatever? Anyway, yeah, zero Irishness about it, but staff are friendly. We've had a good chat with the owner and one of his work colleagues, so we're off back to the hotel now and we'll get back on the tourist trail tomorrow. It's pretty, well, it's cold, but it's not as cold as it was in Prague earlier today. It's quite a bit warmer, but it is January, obviously. Good morning, and check this out. Our breakfast area has got a pillar from a Byzantine palace sticking right through the floor. This is the breakfast in our hotel this morning. Loads to choose from. And there's also a cooked breakfast. And it's morning time here in Istanbul, and we're going to the Blue Mosque, which you can see here. So the Blue Mosque real name is Sultanahmet Mosque, and it was built between 1609 and 1616, and it gets the name Blue Mosque from the 20,000 blue Iznik tiles which you can find inside. It's got 6 minarets, which caused controversy because Mecca also has 6. So to get around that, what they did was built an extra one in Mecca. You're not allowed to be as good as Mecca. Yeah, look at the camera. He's got a hijab on, which they gave us for free at the entrance. Shoes off now. Well, it's very quiet. Well, it's a quiet day in Istanbul, but you can just see how many people are in here. It holds 10,000 worshippers. So look at the ceiling. So we're finishing here at the Blue Mosque now, heading over to Hagia Sophia. And yeah, if you do come to the Blue Mosque, make sure that if you're a woman, make sure that you have your head covered. They do offer free scarves on the entrance, and you've got to take your shoes off, obviously, when you're inside. Apart from that, it's free. They were asking for donations when we were leaving, but yeah, pretty good. Blue Mosque, Istanbul. And this building outside the Blue Mosque in the square is known as the German Fountain. Noticed a few of these cash machine, kind of a big row of cash machines in Istanbul. So if you're stuck for cash, chances are you should be able to find a bank that you can use there. Right, one thing to point out about Istanbul: if you come to Istanbul, don't expect it to be cheap, because it is not cheap. It used to be till a couple of years ago, but it's just cost us £45, about 60 euros to get into the Hagia Sophia, which here we're just entering now. But yeah, I don't think Istanbul is cheap. It's definitely not. So we're now inside the Hagia Sophia, which was originally a church, Christian church, and then became a mosque afterwards. Looks like they're doing quite a bit of restoration work on it as well. So the Hagia Sophia was built around 500 AD, so it's quite a lot older than the Blue Mosque by about 1,000 years. So yeah, pretty expensive to get in the Hagia Sophia, but if you're into scaffolding, then you'd probably love it. They've all got their backs to me. Loads of cats in Istanbul, and there's a seagull risking his life there in the middle. But these cats don't seem very interested in the seagull. So just about to get on the boat to go over to the other side of the Bosphorus now. It looked like we'd run out of tickets, and some guy just basically gave Ivana his ticket to get her through the barrier, which is pretty nice. Can we get on the higher deck? That's where everybody's going, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I would like that. Yeah. Okay. So we were just talking about crossing the Bosphorus and wondering if there was any dodgy tankers, potentially shadow fleet tankers. No idea if that's one, but there you go. We'll be heading to the Black Sea. The visibility.
So we're now approaching Asia, crossing the Bosphorus from Europe into Asia. Yeah. So we are now officially in Asia. Just need a bit of sun. Looks like it's brightening up a bit now.
Right now we're on the hunt for Turkish coffee. Need it to wake us up. Turkish coffee. And it's getting a bit brighter now, so hopefully we can sit outside and have it. I'm looking for a coffee place. Yeah, here we go, this'll do. Oh, they sell beer as well, Effie's. This one here? That'll do. Yeah, let's have a seat here. Right, we're over in Kadikoy now, and this is the other side of the Bosphorus. Just having an Efes. We were going to get a coffee, but the guy said they didn't do coffee. No Turkish coffee, only Efes. And we're going to get the boat back over, later on, back over to the other side. Peter keeps plying us with very strange food. I've just eaten a mussel, or two mussels, or was it three? Ivana actually ate one herself, which is very unusual. Now he's giving us lamb's intestine on toast. There's no way Ivana's going to eat this, so I'll go for it. Ooh. Again, tastes fine. So the verdict on mussels and lamb's intestines on toast, to be honest, they were both quite tasty. I just hope my stomach agrees with it later on tonight. We'll see. Okay, continuing our wander around Asia. Well, not really around Asia, but we are in Asia now. We've noticed it was actually substantially cheaper over this side than Sultanahmet, which is kind of what you'd expect because this is more the local place. We've just discovered a fish market here. Throwing the fish. Lots of fresh fruit and veg and fish. Okay, we've got fruit stall. Yeah. So if you like fresh food, this is the place to go. It does actually feel more like Asia over here.
Evet, hoş geldiniz.
We're in Migros now, which is a Turkish supermarket, and Ivana's looking for what we're looking for. We found some FS beer for a fraction of the price as we paid on the other side of the Bosphorus, and we're looking for coffee, pistachio coffee. On the ferry now, coming back from, what's it called, the other side of the river?
Kadikoy.
Kadikoy. And we're going to head over to
Galata.
Galata. People waiting for the next boat to go across. I can smell fish very strongly. Loads of restaurants over here, as there was over the other side, to be honest. And we've now come up to the Galata Tower, and this is the tower. But the problem is, if we'll have a look down here, this is also the queue to get into it. And it goes right around that corner. Now, the guy in our hotel advised against coming here if you're scared of heights, like I am. Ivana was going to go up on her own, but this queue keeps going on. It's, oh my God, it's all the way around the back of it there. It's huge. So I think Ivan is going to scrap that idea. Yeah, that queue is huge. And don't forget, we're not even in prime tourist season at the moment. We're actually, as I say, we're still in January. But the Galata Tower, that's it. We're going to skip it. Anyway, some stats about the Galata Tower. It's an icon of Istanbul, apparently, with sweeping 360 panoramic views. It was built in 1348 by the Genoese. It's 67 metres tall, and basically the vibe is old world charm meets postcard views. There we go. That is the Galata Tower. And this street is ridiculously busy. Just noticed this old tram here. Don't think it's actually in use, it's just parked at the top of this hill. We've noticed loads of quaint little shops here, and people actually working in them, doing crafts and stuff. There's one, for example. Nice streets up here. Still loads of cats. Steep. This is very steep. All those fellas on the bridge, if you can see, they're all fishing. Hundreds of them.
Transfer to şehir adları Eminönü Pier, Romal Eminönü Station.
People getting on them.
Hello.
I'm from in Kazakhstan.
Okay, so we've found a place for our dinner. It is in one of these side streets. Quite cool, actually. There's loads of like little bars and restaurants up here, and we'll have a look at the menu in a minute. So our meals have arrived now, and Ivana's having chicken curry with rice, a little basket of fries. We got bread with it, and we also got some dips, and I'm trying Istanbul spaghetti bolognese for a change. Okay, the verdict on the meal. I wasn't too happy because it was lamb, and it was kind of a spicy lamb bolognese, which is not really my thing. And Ivana wasn't too happy because her chicken curry had mushrooms in that she doesn't like, but not really their fault. Anyway, back to the hotel for a bit now. And interesting, with all these cats around Istanbul, we found this vending machine that's on the street. You put some money in there and you get cat food. At the bottom there, there's plenty of cat food in there, so they're not eating it. But yeah, you put your money in and you can feed all the local cats. And it's our last day here in Istanbul, and we're heading for the Egyptian Bazaar, or Bazaar, which seems to be this way. You can see this, another mosque here, another big mosque. That's the blue, no, not the blue mosque, this is the new mosque. There's Ivana with a hajib on. Obviously, if you go into a mosque, you've got to have your head covered if you're a woman. Fellas can do what they want. So yeah, we just stumbled on this one. This is the new mosque. So there's the minaret up there. And another minaret. And here we are inside the new mosque. A lot of them are pretty similar actually, the way that they have the domes on the top. Like that. This is quite a bit smaller than the blue mosque, but it's still very impressive. And it's got reddish carpet. And they all have these lights hanging down. See that? It's appreciated the concern, but it hasn't given it any cat food. Oh, yeah, a couple of little pieces actually, down there. But we think the cats actually prefer the food from the restaurants. Judging by, we haven't seen any cats eating any of that food. Okay, just entering the Egyptian market now. Oops. Big old market hall. It's pretty big. It's not as big as the Grand Bazaar, which we've missed because it's not open on a Sunday. The Grand Bazaar has 3,000 shops, is it? In the Grand, 6,000 shops in the Grand Bazaar. And this reminds me a little bit of when we were in Dubai last November. But so far, the vendors have not been anywhere near as much hassling us as they did in Dubai. We finally found a rooftop bar. There we go, this is what she was after. A rooftop bar overlooking the Bosphorus. Just there. There we go, and the sun's coming out especially for us. So we're up on the rooftop now, talking over this music, and with a really good view of the Bosphorus in front of us, just waiting to order some Turkish coffee. Quite a good spot up here. We just looked for some random places, but there's loads of these rooftop bars. Looks like somebody's birthday that we've just walked in. Well, not walked in on. They've walked in on us. A bit loud, but there we go. Obviously, it's a big deal, this birthday, whoever it is. Okay, the birthday music is finished now. It was very loud. And these are our Turkish coffees, presented in this fancy way with these horses. So we're just heading back to the metro now to get the metro back to the airport, and just crossing over the, well, it's not actually the Bosphorus this part, but it's the connecting straits to the Bosphorus. Had a great time here in Istanbul. Got the weather today, nice and warm now for January. It's 14 degrees and sunny, so I'm actually quite hot in this jacket. But yeah, really good, definitely recommend it. So if you get a chance, check out Istanbul. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.